Good morning, everybody. Welcome back through installment of Scott Selections here for Tuesday, December 5th. For again, today's play of the day, quick recap what happened yesterday. We had a loss in the NBA with the Celtics team total over 123.5 at minus 120 on Caesars. Simply put, we dared Indiana's defense to actually show up for a game, and it did. It was a mid-season tournament game, and the Pacers treated it like a playoff game as they were fully just ready to shut down Boston, or at least attempt to. And Boston's offense was fine, not great, really struggled from three, and that was the story of the game as Boston finished with 112. Whole game was kind of flying under the entire way through, so just a bad read in general. Look for a winner here on Tuesday. And for today's play of the day, going to the NBA once again, gonna look at another in-season tournament game between the Knicks and the Bucks, taking place at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for this game, I'm gonna take a player prop, gonna take Josh Hart over 5.5 rebounds at minus 140 on DraftKings. Time of recording of 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Covering why we're gonna take Josh Hart over 5.5 rebounds in this game. First reason shopping around minus 140 is a very good price because FanDuel and BetMGM each have minus 155. I saw Bet365 had minus 170, for example. Point is, there are a lot of books that have worse prices, and I do think 140 is one of the cheaper prices left on the board, so I'm going to take it. Now, to go through the recent numbers for Hart, he's quietly been very good at rebounding for his entire career in general and for the last couple of games. So Hart has recorded at least 6 rebounds in 7 of his last 10 games. And this season, he's been very good at rebounding. The Knicks have played 19 games. Hart's played every one of them, or in every one of them. And Hart has recorded at least 6 rebounds in 12 of the 19 games. So once again, I do think that Hart's number is a little bit low. I understand he's a bench player, but it does seem like he has a pretty solid role in this rotation. Tibbs loves him, and as a result, Hart's going to play probably close to 28 minutes, maybe more in this game. But to go through the numbers for Hart this season, despite being a bench player, Hart is averaging 28.7 minutes per game this season. So I do think, once again, Hart, despite not officially starting, is going to have a pretty solid amount of time on the court to acquire some rebounds into this game. Now, to go through his numbers against Milwaukee historically, he's been incredible against the Bucks at rebounding. So Hart has recorded at least 7 rebounds in each of his last 6 games against Milwaukee. Now, once again, that's 7 rebounds. We only need 6. And if you want to actually look at the game he played earlier this season against Milwaukee, coincidentally, it was one of the first games of the group stage in this event, and he had 10 rebounds against Milwaukee. So I've already seen him have success this year against the same opponent, and I do think that 5.5 is too low for rebounds for the second meeting because of it. But to go through Hart's numbers in the group stage, very good. Hart averaged 7.25 rebounds per game in the 4 group stage games, and once again, including that 10 rebound game against Milwaukee. So simply put, I do think that even though Hart's a very good rebounder for a guard, it does seem like his price a little bit off, and it seems like his numbers a bit off because he's a bench player, and I do think that the odds makers are over, I'd say, adjusting to the fact that he doesn't actually start instead of focusing on how good he's at rebounding for the minutes he actually plays in. And because of that, this line just feels a little bit off to me. There's value for it, and I do think as a result, there is going to be a pretty solid line move in favor of the over closer to tip-off. So I'm going to jump in now before the line moves. Play that once again here for Tuesday, December 5th is going to be on Josh Hart over 5.5 rebounds at minus 140 on DraftKings. Bye, everyone.